in the back of your minds, but he's talking about a thought process that leads all other thoughts. Amen. 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 And if our minds are going to be governed by joy, first we need to know that counting is a thinking process. Secondly, we need to know that this thinking process is a process that is to govern all other thoughts. And finally, the third thing that we need to know if our minds are going to be governed by joy is that this process is fueled by joy. Amen. Y'all know about fuel? Yeah. You know how expensive gasoline has been for those Escalades. You know how expensive gasoline has been for those, amen, those big fine luxury cars we like. Somebody say amen. Amen, amen. Wouldn't do you much good if you couldn't purchase any fuel for them. Amen. Somebody ought to help me here. Amen, amen. But joy turns the wheels of our mind-governing thoughts. Yeah, joy fuels this process. Amen, 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 amen. Interesting, the Greek word for joy. The Greek word for joy in the text is the common word. It is kara. Amen, kara. And perhaps that could sound sort of familiar because kara has a cousin, if you don't mind me putting it there. Another Greek word very, very similar to this is charis. Charis is the Greek word for grace. Amen. Amen. Chara, joy. Charis, grace. And I've come to tell you that chara is a byproduct of charis. In other words, when you have become a recipient of grace, joy comes in the package. Amen, 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 amen. My brother John, who attended ITC Atlanta, likes to tell the story of his having gone to class on one particular day. And the professor told them to put away their books. John declares he was most upset, for he had gone to great sacrifice to purchase his book. And the professor told him and his class to put their books away. John said he was quite upset by that. And they said the professor invited them all to a window on a second floor classroom. And they all gathered around the window. He said he stood rather to the back of the gang, disgusted because of the fact that he wasn't going to get to use that expensive book he sacrificed to purchase. But the professor told them that he had a lesson he wanted to teach them out of the window. And so John said he tiptoed to look over to see what everybody was looking at. They spotted a bird that left his perch on a limb and flew down to the ground where he found a piece of discarded hamburger. And the little bird reached and picked off a piece of bread. And while the little bird was chewing on the bread, the professor said, "That's grace." That little bird doesn't own a wheat farm. That little bird doesn't own a bread company. But he's enjoying the grace that God has given to him. They watched a little longer. The bird reached and bit off a piece of tomato. And while the bird was chewing, the professor said, "That's grace." That little bird doesn't own a farm nor a vegetable stand, but he's enjoying the grace that God has given to him. The little bird reached and bit off evidently a piece of meat. And while the bird was enjoying the meat, the professor said, "That's grace." That little bird doesn't own any cows, doesn't own a hamburger stand, but yet he's enjoying the grace that God has given to him. When the bird had finished chewing, the bird hopped over to a little puddle, where he splashed around, and took himself a bath. And the professor said, that's grace. That bird doesn't own a water company. That bird doesn't even own a faucet. But he's enjoying the grace that God has given to him. The little bird finished his little bath, hopped up, and flew back up to the same limb he left in the first place, and sit there and began singing a melodious tune. The professor then said to the class, that's joy. Yeah, I'm glad to tell you that I am a recipient of grace. Yeah, the Lord gave me grace when he woke me up this morning and started me on my way. Grace to hold me and keep me through the wind of Katrina. Grace, yes he did. But suppose you follow me now to the greatest act of God, yes, through his divine grace towards me. I was on my way to a burning hell, but God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Yes, he died in my place and in yours. They buried him in a borrowed tomb. He stayed there all night Friday night, stayed there all day Saturday. Yes, stayed there all night Saturday night. And prophet told us it was early on Sunday morning. He rose again and he lives today. And because he lives, I have joy, joy, unspeakable joy, 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 oh joy. Yeah, when you're sick, he's a doctor. That's joy. Yes, when you're in trouble, he's a lawyer. That's joy. Yeah. Isn't that all right? Isn't that all right? This joy I have, the world did not give it to me, and the world can't take it away. After all the things I've been through, after all, I still am joy, 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 joy.